This video is sponsored by Bespoke Post. During one of the war in Afghanistan's worst battles, 21-year-old scout sniper Dakota Meyer took one brave risk. After learning that 4 of his closest friends were missing after an ambush in a heavily Taliban-occupied area, Meyer decided to look for them by himself. Hurt and tired, the Marine looked for the group while hiding as best he could from a rain of bullets, saving over a dozen lives, including Army soldiers, Marines, and Afghan trainees. Dakota Meyer became the second youngest living Medal of Honor recipient and the first living U.S. Marine since the Vietnam War to earn the United States military's highest honor. He was also the only one to share a beer with the president before the ceremony. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club, delivering amazing boxes of high-quality goods from under-the-radar brands. Each box has around $70 in retail value, but only costs $45. We received our Weekender box a few months ago, and have used the line of trade bag on a few short trips with friends to the beach and mountains. We've also been using the cocktail smoking and infusion kit to craft smoky cocktails at the monthly Dark Docks happy hour. This month, we received the Carnivore box that includes a delicious barbecue rub from the Great American Spice Company and a laser-cut, high-carbon stainless steel meat cleaver from Messermeister that's perfect for the hard jobs, like slicing through thick cuts of meat, bone, and cartilage. It's by far the toughest cleaver we've ever used. The best part of Bespoke Post is that you get to preview your box before it's shipped and decide if you want to keep it, swap it out for another box, or skip the month entirely at no charge. And now, Dark Docks viewers got a special offer. To get 20% off your first box, click the link in the description below and enter promo code DARKDOCKS20 at checkout, or go to bspk.me/DarkDocks20. It's free to join and is also a perfect gift. No man left behind. While on his second deployment with the United States Marines since enlisting in 2006, Kentucky native scout sniper Dakota Meyer learned that 3 fellow Marines and a Navy corpsman, members of his Marine Embedded Training Team 2-8 Squad and close friends, had gone missing after an ambush. On September 8, 2009, the Marines were trapped deep into a hill zone with no air nor artillery support. The radios barely worked, and they communicated sporadically, as dozens of insurgents fired on them repeatedly from 3 different sides. In the early morning, one of the confined men, Gunnery Sergeant Edwin Johnson, yelled into his radio, quote, "We're surrounded. They're moving in on us." An enraged 21-year-old Meyer then decided to look for them. He and a fellow Marine tried to enter the kill zone at least twice by using an armored vehicle mounted with a machine gun. However, they were forced back each time by a rain of bullets, mortars, and rocket-propelled grenades, one of which emitted shrapnel that hurt Dakota's elbow. Meyer shook it off despite the pain, as he didn't want his staff sergeant to take him away from the mission. With no time to lose after helicopter pilots said the area was too dangerous for them to land, Meyer charged into a kill zone near the village of Ganjgal in the Taliban-controlled Kunar province on foot and by himself. Under heavy enemy fire and already wounded, Meyer charged on, trying to find them. He eventually found the 4 missing servicemen upon reaching a trench, but it was too late. The bodies of Gunnery Sergeant Edwin Johnson, Staff Sergeant Aaron Kennefick, First Lieutenant Michael Johnson, Navy Hospital Corpsman 3rd Class James Layton, and an Afghan soldier the men were training laid there, and they'd been stripped of their weapons, armors, and radios. As Meyer tried to keep his composure and ponder what to do, he spotted a Taliban fighter trying to take his fellow Americans away. Not willing to let the enemy hurt his friends once again, the Marine tackled the Taliban fighter, and after a brief scuffle, 6-foot, 225-pound Dakota overran the foe and took his life. With the help of Afghan soldiers, Meyer then carried his friends out of the kill zone and into a Humvee vehicle. Then, rather than follow orders to stay at a safe distance from the intense firefight that ensued, Meyer ignored orders and went back time and time again, risking his life to save others. During the 6-hour battle, the sniper evacuated 12 men, provided cover for over 20 Marines and U.S. Army soldiers, and finished 8 Taliban fighters in the process. In February of 2010, Army officials announced that negligent leadership during the events of September 8, 2009 had led to direct loss of life on the battlefield. According to the report, higher-ranking officers repeatedly refused pleas for artillery support from U.S. forces on the ground. These officers also failed to notify higher commands that American troops were stuck in Taliban-occupied areas. Thus, 3 unidentified officers, most likely captains or majors, were recommended for official reprimands. To this day, Army officials have not publicly stated whether those reprimands were ever carried out. Medal of Honor. A little over a year later, on November 6, 2010, General James F. Amos, Commandant of the Marine Corps, announced to reporters that days before his retirement, the Corps' last top officer, General James Conway, had made a recommendation to award the Medal of Honor to a living Marine. He didn't say the name of the man who had been recommended, but General Amos described the Marine as a courageous patriot and expressed his excitement about a living recipient. Less than a week later, the Marine Corps Times and official news sources broke the story that the unnamed person was Dakota Meyer. When President Barack Obama's team called Meyer to set up a phone call with the president, the Marine, who was already back on the mainland after his 4-year contract with the military expired, couldn't answer due to his construction job. When he was finally reached for comment, Meyer was still unaware of the recommendation. He later said to the press that he did not feel like a hero, and that the horrible and devastating effects of that day were still dwelling on him. Quote, "Whatever comes out of it, it's for those guys. I feel like the furthest thing from a hero. I feel like I let my guys down because I didn't bring them home alive." When the White House finally got a hold of Meyer, the veteran had 2 requests for the Oval Office: to share a beer with the president before the ceremony, and simultaneous commemorative services to honor the memory of his fallen colleagues. Then, on September 15, 2011, Dakota Meyer was awarded the highest military honor. The nervous Kentucky native stood still in his dress uniform, not used to being the center of attention, and with sweat on his forehead due to the bright television lights. During the ceremony, President Obama praised his brave actions. In Meyer, the mandatory stated that he saw, quote, "the best of a generation that has served through distinction through a decade of war." Meyer became the 2nd youngest living Medal of Honor recipient, the 3rd living recipient for either the Iraq War or the war in Afghanistan, and the 1st living United States Marine since the Vietnam War to be honored. The approval of Meyer's medal, carried out in less than a year, came as lawmakers pressed the military services and the Pentagon to bestow more decorations, as only 10 had been presented from the Afghanistan and Iraq wars, 7 of them posthumously. Controversy. Almost 2 weeks after becoming the first living Marine to earn the Medal of Honor in almost 40 years, Dakota Meyer filed suit against his former employer, defense contractor BAE Systems. In the lawsuit, Meyer alleged that during his employment, his supervisor ridiculed Meyer's Medal of Honor, as well as his mental health and sobriety, to a Defense Department official, resulting in a competing company's decline to hire him. Meyer further claimed that his dispute with the company also had to do with the veteran's dissatisfaction and disgust at the prospect of BAE selling advanced rifle equipment to the Pakistani military, which he distrusted. The lawsuit turned into a public relations disaster for BAE, one of the world's leading defense corporations. However, by mid-December of 2011, BAE announced that the company had settled and resolved their dispute with the Medal of Honor recipient out of court, stating that the corporation, quote, "has the highest respect for Sergeant Dakota Meyer, who exemplifies the qualities that make the men and women of our armed services the best in the world. We owe him and the many thousands of others who have served and sacrificed for our country our deepest thanks." The same week the lawsuit was dropped, McClatchy news correspondent Jonathan S. Landay published a lengthy article questioning the number of lives Dakota Meyer saved. Landay reported that among the facts that the Marine Corps officials embellished in some accounts was the claim that Meyer's repeated trips to evacuate comrades under fire during the 2009 ambush in Afghanistan saved the lives of 13 Americans. Landay claimed that only 12 Americans were ambushed, including himself, and that of those, 4 did not make it alive. Landay also reported that it was not clear, as the Marine Corps had said, that Meyer and another Marine disobeyed orders to mount the rescue attempts, adding that there is not enough evidence to assert that Meyer finished at least 8 Taliban insurgents. According to the report, crucial parts of the mission publicized by the Marine Corps were untrue, unsubstantiated, or wildly exaggerated. Still, Landay stated that, quote, "Meyer, the 296th Marine to earn the medal, by all accounts deserved his nomination. At least 7 witnesses attested to him performing heroic deeds in the face of almost certain death." Civilian life. Meyer struggled heavily after the September 2009 events, but after retiring from service, he's become a fierce advocate for veteran mental health and employment. For years, Dakota has been working with the United States Chamber of Commerce program called Hiring Our Heroes, a foundation that addresses high unemployment amongst veterans. Meyer also pays tribute to his fallen friends by wearing a bracelet engraved with their names every day. Then, in the summer of 2021, Meyer joined the Marble Falls Fire Rescue as a full-time firefighter, where the only Marine to receive the Medal of Honor as far back as the Vietnam War continues to save lives. Thank you for watching our Dark Docs video. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to this and all our other channels to be the first to know about all our newest content.